Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to have you here today. Our presentation is titled, How to Make a Player Fall in Love, The Psychology of Authentic Complexity. We'll be exploring how genuine connections are built and how understanding psychological nuances can deepen relationships. Over the next few slides, we'll uncover some fascinating insights into human behavior and dating strategies. So, let's get started. Let's talk about the trap of pleasing. At first glance, it might seem completely harmless, just trying to be liked, right? But the truth is, beneath this instinct lies a much bigger issue. It can actually plant the seed for one of the greatest tragedies in relationships, building intimacy on false harmony. Think about early romance. It often becomes a kind of mirror game where both people are subtly adjusting how they present themselves. They want to appear more aligned, more compatible than they really are. And neither person is doing this out of malicious intent. They're just trying to be lovable. The problem is, what starts as a genuine effort can lead to a dangerously misleading picture. It can look like two people are perfectly matched, when in reality, they might be fundamentally incompatible. So, while the desire to please is natural, it's important to recognize how it can distort reality and hinder authentic connection. This slide highlights how a false sense of alignment can feel incredibly powerful. It often leads couples to take big steps like moving in together, getting married, or making deep commitments. But here's the key point. This illusion, this feeling of perfect compatibility, can't last forever. Over time, as couples face the realities of daily life, the mask starts to slip. What initially seemed like a perfect match begins to reveal cracks. True selves and hidden desires start coming to the surface, often unexpectedly. That's when shock and dismay set in, as partners realize they may be fundamentally incompatible. Different values, goals, or pleasures that once seemed aligned now appear worlds apart. This is a crucial concept because it shows us that superficial compatibility can only sustain a relationship for so long. Eventually, the truth emerges. Disappointments and conflicts often follow, sometimes leading to fragile reconciliations or even years of silent resentment. In worse cases, people live double lives, suppressing their true needs in the relationship, only to pursue them secretly elsewhere. Understanding this process helps us see why authentic compatibility matters and why illusions of perfect alignment are often just temporary. It's a reminder that true connection requires more than surface-level harmony. It demands honesty and shared values that can withstand the test of daily life. Let's talk about why authenticity can be more seductive than simply trying to please. The irony here is quite striking. This struggle often stems from our desire to appear simple, agreeable, and lovable. But true simplicity in relationships doesn't mean pretending to be uncomplicated. It actually comes from having the courage to reveal your real complexities early on. What makes genuine seduction healthier is candor, showing your quirks, preferences, and oddities without fear or apology. For example, saying, "I love museums," even if the other person rolls their eyes, or admitting, "I'm not much of a dancer," even if they light up about salsa nights. It's about being honest and authentic. This approach also helps us filter quickly. Some dates might lose interest, and honestly, that's not a bad thing. It saves us time. The ones who stay are the ones with true compatibility. And importantly, authenticity builds trust. When you reveal your true self, including your quirks and complexities, you encourage the other person to do the same. This mutual openness creates the foundation for genuine intimacy, something far more meaningful than superficial agreement. When someone claims they are simple or easygoing, I think we should be a bit skeptical. Because honestly, to be human is to be complicated. Every person has quirks, those unique habits and preferences that make us distinct. We also have needs, those fundamental desires for our well-being. Then there are contradictions, thoughts, or behaviors that seem to clash but actually add depth to who we are. And let's not forget emotional depths, those rich inner worlds filled with complex feelings that are always evolving. The key idea here is that the mature approach in seduction isn't to try to eliminate this complexity. Instead, it's about embracing it, both yours and theirs. When we bring these hidden realities to the surface, We cut through illusions and avoid the years of frustration that come from pretending everything is simple or straightforward. So, the real strength lies in understanding and accepting the true complexity of human nature, which ultimately leads to deeper connections and more authentic relationships. The real strategy to win hearts, surprisingly, isn't about tricks or manipulation. It's about authenticity. The title of this slide, How to Make a Player Fall in Love and Then Walk Away, might seem provocative, but it actually points us to a deeper truth. What truly disarms even the most evasive or manipulative partner isn't flattery or submission or perfect alignment. It's being genuine. A player, someone used to masks, games, and performance, expects those things. But what they rarely encounter, and what they can't resist, is someone who is unapologetically themselves. When you reveal your real complexities without fear, you break the cycle of pretense. This creates an intimacy that's both rare and irresistible. And if you do decide to walk away, you do so not as a pawn in someone else's game, but as someone who played by the only rule that really matters in love. That's honesty about who you truly are. So, in essence, the most powerful move is to be authentic, because that's what truly wins hearts, and ultimately, what allows you to walk away with integrity. Let's talk about the key takeaway here. The idea of authenticity over mirroring is really crucial. The true art of seduction isn't about copying or trying to please someone artificially. It's about daring to show your authentic self, including all your complexities, early on. By doing this, you're filtering out false matches, those who aren't genuinely aligned with who you are. Building on this, it's about creating intimacy based on truth rather than illusions. When you're genuine, you lay a foundation that's real and sustainable. That's how you can even make the most elusive player drop their defenses. Because at the end of the day, authenticity is a game they can't outplay. It's the one thing that truly sets you apart and makes genuine connection possible.